Welcome, brave souls, to GrokAstro, where the stars whisper secrets. And sometimes, warnings. Tonight, we're diving into a true lockdown horror story from the USA, sent to us by a viewer named Emily from Chicago. It's a tale of isolation, fear, and a shadowy figure that appeared during the 2020 lockdown, right when a rare cosmic alignment unleashed something sinister. Turn off the lights, grab a blanket, and let's step into the darkness, if you dare. The lockdown begins. It was March 2020, and the world was shutting down. Emily, a 24-year-old graphic designer, lived alone in a small apartment on the outskirts of Chicago. The city was eerily quiet. No cars, no laughter, just the hum of her TV reporting the latest lockdown updates. Emily was a Cancer sun, known for her intuition, but also her tendency to feel overwhelmed by emotions. She'd always felt a strange energy in her apartment, but during the lockdown, that energy grew darker. The stars weren't helping. Astrologers warned of a rare alignment between Mars and Pluto, a cosmic clash that could stir up chaos and hidden fears. Emily didn't think much of it until the first sign appeared. It started on the third night of lockdown. Emily was in her living room, scrolling through TikTok, trying to distract herself from the loneliness. The clock struck 11:11 p.m., a time astrologers often associate with spiritual awakenings. Suddenly, her phone froze and the lights flickered. She heard a faint tapping on her window, like fingernails on glass. Tap, tap, tap. Her apartment was on the 5th floor. No one could be out there. She crept to the window, her heart pounding, and pulled back the curtain. Nothing. Just the empty street below, bathed in the orange glow of a street lamp. But as she turned away, the tapping came again, louder this time. Tap, tap, tap. A chill ran down her spine. Was it her imagination or something more? The next night, Emily couldn't sleep. She kept her lights on, her Cancer intuition screaming that something was wrong. At exactly 11:11 p.m., the tapping returned, but this time it was accompanied by a low, guttural whisper. "Emily?" It hissed, her name echoing through the walls. She froze, her breath shallow, as the temperature in the room dropped. She turned to the window, and there it was, a shadowy figure, tall and thin, standing just outside the glass. Its eyes were hollow, glowing a sickly yellow, and its mouth stretched into an unnatural grin. Emily screamed, stumbling back as the figure pressed its hands against the window, the glass creaking under the pressure. "You can't hide," it whispered, its voice like nails on a chalkboard. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, it vanished. Emily was terrified, but her Cancer curiosity pushed her to dig deeper. She remembered the Mars-Pluto alignment and looked it up. Astrologers warned that this transit could open doors to the unknown, amplifying negative energies and even inviting entities from the other side. Mars, the planet of aggression, and Pluto, the planet of the underworld, were in a tense square, creating a cosmic storm. Emily realized her apartment building had a dark history. A tenant had died there decades ago, during a similar alignment. The spirit, trapped by the cosmic energy, had been waiting for a moment like this to break through. And Emily, with her sensitive Cancer energy, was the perfect target. The next night, Emily tried to leave, but the lockdown rules were strict. She had nowhere to go. At 11:11 p.m., the tapping returned, louder than ever. The shadow was back, but this time it was inside her apartment. It stood in the corner of her living room, its yellow eyes locked on her. You're mine. It growled, its voice echoing with 1,000 whispers. Emily grabbed a kitchen knife, her hands trembling, and shouted, "Leave me alone." The shadow lunged, its icy fingers brushing her arm before she swung the knife through it. The air crackled with energy, and the shadow let out a blood-curdling scream, dissolving into a cloud of black smoke. Emily collapsed, sobbing as the lights flickered back on. The Mars-Pluto alignment had passed, and the spirit was gone. For now. Emily survived her lockdown nightmare, but she never forgot the shadow in the window. She sent us her story as a warning. The stars can guide us, but they can also unleash things we can't control. Have you experienced a lockdown horror story? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. If this tale gave you chills, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to GrokAstro for more cosmic thrills. We'll be back tomorrow with your daily horoscope, so hit that bell to stay updated. Until then, keep shining, and maybe keep a light on.